Good morning, Durga, and welcome to a series of Eton College podcasts. My name is Arthur Canaria. I'm one of the senior directors here at Eton College. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you and also give you the opportunity to introduce yourself to our audience.
Thank you for having me over here, Arthur. My name is Durga Maitli Reddypalli, and currently I'm registered for cloud computing course at Eton College. Thank you so much for having me over here.
So tell me a little about yourself. What do you like? Your day to day. What do you do? Are you currently working? So you want to share some of that information with us so we better get to know who Durga is?
Yeah, sure. I would be happy to do that. Right now, I'm a full-time mom and doing the cloud computing course at Eton College online.
So as you say, you're a stay-home mom. You got your hands full with your kids. What made you decide to say, okay, I need to go and upgrade my skills, and I'm going to go for the cloud computing program at Eton College? What was the thought process, and what made you decide that you want to go back? Now it's time for me. I need to start looking for work, so I need to upgrade my skills.
Frankly speaking, I normally update myself with new technologies every now and then. And coming to the cloud computing course, what happened was, one day, my friend actually called me and he was registering for one of the course, and he informed me about this particular program and gave me contact details of Gursimran for GPS education. And I did call him and inquired about a computer course, and I asked him what kind of computer courses are available, from this particular college. Then he did inform me about the Eton College and the cloud computing course, and he explained me in detail how the course structure and everything. And it did align with my requirements and needs because, as I said, I have two kids. I have to look after them and I have to study. I cannot go out and study while leaving them at home. Then I realized, why not? I just took the decision in one day. I just got a call today and I spoke with a guy and decided right away after checking out all the details.
Awesome. Now, are you taking the program online, as
Yes.
you mentioned? So
Yeah.
is it the asynchronous model?
Yes.
What do you like about that model?
The first thing is a convenience, and also it has a deadline.
Oh, it has a deadline. So it's not only convenient, so it's challenging.
Yes.
And demands a lot of time management, I
Yes,
would say.
time management, because we have for every topic we do have a quiz which we have to do in certain point of time, and we have the final exam at the end, which is also in certain point of time we have to complete all either the 40 questions or 30 questions.
While you were doing your search, when your friend or colleague or acquaintance gave you the information about Eton College and the cloud computing program, did you shop around and look at any other college or university's program?
Not really, because I actually contacted Gursimran, right? When I asked him, the first thing he informed me is other colleges. I know this very well because it's not easy to get an online program like this, because that convenience is very important to me with my current situation.
Okay, so what I understand is that the information you received or what that was shared with you fit exactly what you're looking for.
Yes.
Right? Now, we know that you're in the program. We understand you have to have proper time management. It's demanding. Does Eton College's cloud computing program meet your knowledge skill that you're looking for? Does it meet your requirement? Does it meet the path that you want to take? Does it meet all those criteria?
Yes, it does meet all the criteria. And whenever I have any questions or doubts, I do email Mr. Ravinder, the program manager. And every time I contact him, he would respond really quick and make sure that, what my requirements and needs are fulfilled. And he clarified my doubts very clearly as well.
Okay. And there is group participation as well, right? Do you interact with any of the other students online?
It's just one-on-one.
Okay. So my understanding is, so there's a lot of attention to detail to you.
Yeah.
Because what I understand and what I know is that we have, a lot of students who are taking this program. I think the advantage, and I know you shared that with me, the advantage is the one-on-one attention you receive from
Yes.
a program director to ensure that you are heading to success and you're going to, do very well
Yeah.
in the program. Awesome. Has there been any surprises in the program for you, or in the terms of the curriculum, or maybe taking the online class? Has there been any surprises for you, and you go like, oh, I didn't expect that?
I should say, yeah, I do have surprises. I thought, like, most of the part will be like theoretical and, like, the fundamental concepts. But the problem is, like, I'm not so much into programming, but now I have to brush my skills, like go back to 15 years back. And then now I have to learn Python and then basics of the Linux and networking. I really need to be very strong in these concepts to go further in cloud computing. This is a mandatory thing. And this is a bit surprising and challenging, for which I have to really work hard and put a lot of time investing in it.
Well, I'm sure it's going to pay off.
Yes.
From what I understand is, from an academic standpoint, you are getting what you're looking for. You're receiving that knowledge. Now, let's say you've completed your cloud computing program. You're a stay-home mom. What is your next step? Are you going to say, okay, I need to start looking for work? It could be that I have to probably commute to the office, or I'm going to look for work for something remote.
Once I complete the course, I'm looking for, like, most of the time, like, remote work, but I'm happy to do the hybrid work as well. For me, the work-life balance is very important with the kids. If I can work remotely, then it's easier for me to manage both.
Of course. How many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. One will be going to school in September. That's why I'm doing this course, so I can be back to work soon after he goes to school.
Are you going to miss being home if you have to, even if you do a hybrid, if you get a hybrid opportunity? I'm sure you're going to miss that, bond, being home and spending time. You still have one more who's home probably, right?
No, right now he's home. My elder one is going to the school already.
Oh,
He's in
okay.
grade 1. So my second one will be going to school this September. And
right.
I'll be a free bird after that.
Those are fun times. Those are
Yeah.
fun times. Now, when we talk about AI, what are your thoughts on AI, and how is AI incorporated in cloud computing? I know you're still in the program, and you're still going through the course. But if you can share some insight on the program and the curriculum, would be very beneficial for some of our audience.
Sure, I'll be happy to do that. As we all know, like, how AI took over the industry right now, and AI and cloud computing are interdependent. They both are dependent on each other and beneficial to each other. It's just that because AI needs the cloud infrastructure for doing all the modern apps and stuff, and at the same time, AI is also helping developers to do the cloud modern apps as well. Throughout the time, like, basically when AI is booming, we need cloud computing too. So, like, in future, we have a lot of cloud computing job opportunities along with AI. So it's very important for the students to know both AI and cloud computing concepts.
So you're going to be ahead of the curve. Now, I've heard all positive things. Is there, there's a lot of conversations going on about AI.
Yep.
Right? That, AI is in the classroom. It's kind of not allowing the student to have their own thought process because they become too dependent on AI. Do you see any challenges because of those advantages, put it this way, students have? Do you think that, are there any negatives for AI? Do you think of any negatives with AI?
There is always plus and minus in everything around us, right? So as we are going forward, like, with AI, as you said, I feel like there should be some limitations, like, we have to keep for AI. Let's say it depends on person to person. For me, now I'm doing the asynchronous course, which is really helpful. So that's my convenience. But maybe for some other people, it might not be.
So you pass. You've got your diploma. You're celebrating. Okay. All right. All of that is done. You've celebrated. Your family celebrated with you. What's the next step?
By the time I celebrate, I should be having a job in hand. Until then, I'm not going to celebrate.
Okay, so have you already started that search?
No, not at the moment, because as I said, I have to brush my skills. I have to learn Python. I'm looking forward to learn Python and Linux and networking concepts. deep into it, because this is the foundation for cloud computing. I don't want to just go into the market with half knowledge. I want to be really perfect. And the best thing with this particular program is the Eton College, they provide all the guidance for the job placements, and work experience core program is a mandatory thing to get graduated from this course. That will help us to gain practical work experience. So once we graduate, it will be easier for us to get into the market.
What I would ask of you is, do share your journey with us once, of course, we know that you're in the program. We'll know when you graduate, because we'll be handing out your diploma as well. But we at Eton College, we want to follow your progress, your search, how it's going. And don't hesitate to come back to us and say, Eton College, you need to help us. What advice would you share with someone looking at Eton College's cloud computing program? What are your thoughts on that? What would you share with them about Eton College? And, brief a description, or you share your experience, a brief on the cloud computing program itself to students who are saying, why should I come to Eton College? Why does Eton College stand out? Now, for you, I guess it was, kind of an easy journey in terms of selecting, because you got the referral, you talked to the person, now you're in the class. So what words of wisdom would you share?
I would say that, if you look at the cloud computing course, the curriculum from Eton College, it is very well structured. And the LMS videos and everything, you have an easy access for everything, which you can do at your convenience. And with the deadline, it's just not like, you can do anytime, but you have a deadline. So you really have to work on it and finish the course on time. And even the videos are not the too long videos. So sometimes, we get bored and kind of keep delaying things. But these videos are structured in a way you can understand the concept, and after every topic you have the quizzes, so that you can know how much you actually grasp from the videos. And on top of it, if you have any questions, any kind of question, just contact the management right away, and they are very happy to help you back. And I always get really fast response from the program manager, and also the director, assistant director Divya. Any questions I have, I just contact them. They respond back to me within 1 or 2 days, the problem will be solved, and they would get back to me with the resolution, technical error or the concepts that I have doubt with. They always help me with it. So never hesitate to contact them back if you have any doubt. This is very important. There is no silly question or nothing like that. Just contact them.
A lot of students face some of the challenges that they go through on a daily basis is from some other colleges, and I've experienced that myself, in my days, is we become, one of 15 or one of 20, and we have to wait in line before someone reaches out to us. As you had mentioned earlier on, even though we have, I think there's about 91 students who are taking this cloud computing program, but you have the one-on-one attention.
Yes.
And I'm not saying this because I'm an employee here, but I don't think I hear that from students who are taking the same program somewhere else, so at a university, to get that level of attention. Any last words that you would like to share? Anything about Eton College or your experience in your podcast?
The podcast is awesome. And the final words that I want to tell to the future students who are going to join Eton colleges, these days it's really hard to get a job call. Eton College, I think almost on their all programs, they're helping with the work experience program, because by the time you graduate, they are making sure you have a real-time experience from organizations. This is the best thing that you can look for any course in Eton College.
Durga, I thank you so much for your time. And, again, as you mentioned, you have kids at home, taking the time, leaving them and coming here and sharing your experience. We are very grateful of it. Please always come by. If you're in the neighborhood, come by campus, say hi, have a cup of coffee with us. We always welcome that. And I thank you again.